great quote by Stephen Hawking saying, "Remember to look up at the stars." I'd like to add to that actually. I think a good physicist remembers to look everywhere. Look at the sun, they look at everything around them, and there's always questions to be asked. But so a good physicist looks at the stars and looks everywhere really. I'm Dr. David Fairhurst. I'm a physics lecturer, Nottingham-Trent University. And this approach to science in terms of continuing to look at the world around you is very much what we do with our students. So we bring them in first year and they don't have all the skills you need to be this inquisitive scientist, but a lot of them come with these questions. And so we give them the skills throughout their 3 years, their skills to ask really good questions, the skills to answer those questions themselves. We're not here to give them the answers, right? That's actually not my role. What I wanted my students to leave here asking excellent questions and knowing how to answer them themselves. So the first years or so we give them in the lab, they have experiments to do. Throughout their studies really, there's lots of freedom for them to study what they want, particularly in their final year. So they have these projects in their final year. They have a huge choice of projects that they can choose.
My name's Alan Wood, I'm a senior lecturer here in the physics team at Nottingham-Trent University, and I'm also a physics admissions tutor. Now here at Nottingham-Trent University we aspire to excellence in teaching, and that's something that's really important to us. So what we've got across the course is we've got some excellent facilities. We have a series of well-equipped labs, we've got an observatory that contains the largest telescope that any UK university has dedicated to teaching as opposed to research.
We have about over 150 different projects, and they speak to the supervisors and they choose what they would really like and what they're passionate about, because to get the most out of the students doing these kinds of projects, it's got to be something that they care about. So whether it's anything from using MRI to study blood flow, or whether it's looking at radioisotopes, whether it's looking at the solar weather, or concepts in astronomy and astrophysics, it's driven by them, and it's their ideas that us as staff propose the ideas, and they, but it's the students who are passionate about it really.
In school, and I really liked maths, but I didn't want to do just maths because I like to apply it. So that's why I chose physics, and I had a really enthusiastic teacher, and it was a girl, and there weren't many female physicists.
I always, since I was really young, was always interested in space and stuff, so it's just sort of something that kind of was really easy for me to choose from just throughout the years, and I just kept getting interested in different parts.
I find it really interesting. From secondary school, watching programs about the universe and stuff, and that was what drove me to study physics.
First year was really interesting. It was really different to anything I'd done before.
Well, it wasn't as big of a jump as A-level was, so it's quite nice and quite eases you into it.
Really fun. Went out a lot, enjoyed it. Probably my best year.
A while back we, through the Physics Society as well, we actually organised a trip to Iceland to see the Northern Lights, so that's one thing we did.
I worked in a big engine company, so the engines were 78 litres to 95 litres, so they were massive, they were the size of the room.
I felt the most interesting things to happen with my course is just really during the labs, because they give you the kind of setup and what they want you to do, but from there you do the rest of things yourself. So it can lead to disasters, which they always be memorable.
I've got a few ideas of things. I'd quite like to work in an observatory somewhere, having done a lot of observatory work in our own observatory.
I think I want to go into mechanical engineering, but more materials based, because then I can use my degree more.
I didn't know too much what to expect when coming here. It was my first choice, just because of the entry requirements, but no, since being here, I've absolutely loved it. Yeah, I'd recommend it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the lecturers are really nice and approachable.
Yeah, I actually got into Trent through clearing, so this was just a complete surprise to me, and it's gone above and beyond its own standards from what I was aware of at the time, and it's kind of one of those places where you feel really welcome and you just want to keep going. I wouldn't change it at all. Not at all. So I would say definitely Trent.